Welcome to your Health Facts podcast. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic. It's the surprising connection between fasting fat loss and our body's ability to generate water internally. You might be surprised to learn that when faced with scarcity, our bodies have remarkable adaptations.
That's right. When we fast, we're essentially mimicking those ancient conditions of famine our ancestors likely faced. This activates genes that not only help us burn fat for energy, but also have been linked to increased longevity, improved cardiovascular health, and better blood sugar regulation. It seems counterintuitive, but depriving the body can actually make it stronger.
It really challenges our modern assumptions, doesn't it? We're so used to the idea that we need to eat constantly and stay hydrated all day long. But research on desert birds, for example, suggests that our bodies might be more resourceful than we realize.
These studies found that birds deprived of both food and water, a state called dry fasting, actually produced 6 times more water than birds given access to water alone. Think about that for a moment. 6 times more water simply by tapping into their internal resources.
That's an incredible finding. It
Yep.
really begs the question, how is this even possible? How can a body create that much water without any external intake?
The answer lies in the process of burning fat for fuel. When fat is metabolized in the presence of oxygen, water is generated as a byproduct. This metabolic water, as it's called, could be a crucial survival mechanism during periods of drought or scarcity. It challenges our modern-day obsession with constant hydration, doesn't it? While staying hydrated is undoubtedly important for health, our bodies are more resilient and adaptable than we give them credit for.
So if I understand this correctly, dry fasting, when approached carefully and with an understanding of its potential effects, could actually be a powerful tool for weight loss.
Exactly. By limiting external water sources, dry fasting encourages the body to utilize its own internal mechanisms for generating water, which primarily means burning fat. It essentially forces the body to tap into its reserves.
But before anyone rushes out to try this, let's talk about how to prepare our bodies for this kind of shift. It sounds pretty intense.
Absolutely, preparation is key. A lower carbohydrate diet is a great starting point. This dietary change helps transition your body into a fat-burning state, making the fasting process smoother and reducing cravings.
So you're saying that getting your body used to burning fat for fuel is essential before you even consider dry fasting.
Precisely. And once you're comfortable with a lower carb lifestyle, you can ease into fasting with water fasting first. This acclimates your body to the fasting process before you eliminate both food and water.
That makes sense. Start slow and let your body adapt. Are there any guidelines for how long to fast, especially when starting out?
When you begin dry fasting, shorter durations of around 12 to 20 hours are a good starting point. You can gradually increase the fasting window as you become more comfortable and experienced.
It's also important to remember that dry fasting, especially for extended periods, means paying close attention to your environment and activity levels, right?
Yes, that's crucial. During dry fasting, avoiding strenuous exercise in hot environments is paramount. This helps minimize the risk of dehydration and ensures you're listening to your body's signals.
And when you're ready to break a longer fast, what's the best way to reintroduce food? I imagine going straight back to a regular diet would be a shock to the system.
You are absolutely right. Reintroduce food slowly and mindfully. Start with liquids like bone broth, which are gentle on the digestive system, and gradually increase solid food intake over several days.
This has been a truly fascinating deep dive into the world of dry fasting, its potential benefits, and how to approach it safely. But before we wrap up, we should touch on the importance of seeking professional guidance right.
Absolutely. While we've outlined some basic principles today, individual responses to fasting can vary, and guidance from a healthcare provider can ensure a safe and personalized approach. It's fascinating how something as ancient as fasting can offer such profound insights into our modern lives. It's a testament to the enduring power of our body's natural adaptations.
This deep dive has definitely challenged some of my assumptions about what our bodies are capable of. It's empowering to realize that we have these incredible internal mechanisms that we can tap into for better health and well-being.
And that's really the key takeaway here. Dry fasting, like any health practice, should be approached with respect and an understanding of both its potential benefits and its potential risks. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to our own bodies.
Exactly. We've explored the science, the potential benefits, and the precautions, but ultimately, the decision to try dry fasting, or any type of fasting, is a personal one. And it's a decision that should be made with careful consideration and the guidance of a healthcare professional.
Well said. If this deep dive has sparked your curiosity about dry fasting or other fasting methods, I encourage you to do your own research consult with a healthcare provider and make an informed decision that's right for you.
That wraps up our exploration of dry fasting and its incredible potential for fat loss and overall health. For more insights on optimizing your well-being, subscribe to yourhealthfacts.com.